Now then, I know what some of you are going to say right from the get-go about picture discs. They don't sound very good. I don't buy them because they're not good for the needle. They look pretty cool though. So hello and welcome back to another video, guys. So that's right, today we're going to be doing my picture disc collection. I'm really excited. I pulled out a big stack. I just went through my collection and just basically pulled out all the picture discs I've got. I'm not doing my 7 inches because they're under my bed, they're hard to get to. And plus I think I only literally have 1 or 2. And I missed out items I have in box sets. And to be honest, I think the only picture discs I have in a box set is the ones in the George Harrison box, which are not that interesting anyway, so I thought I'd leave them there. I'm going to apologise if you can hear a bit of heavy breathing here. We're joined by Maisie today, and she's having a little kip here. I didn't want to disturb her. I didn't want to chuck her out, be like, I've got to do a video to get out. So she's quiet, so I'm going to let her stay. She's not like the bloody bird. But anyway, there's a big stack of records here to go over. As you can imagine, a lot of them are soundtracks, I'm not going to lie. Nearly all of this part was soundtracks, but I'm going to do the soundtracks second, and I'll do my normal ones first. So I went through my collection. I'm pretty sure I've got all of my picture discs here, but knowing my luck, I've probably forgotten 1 or 2. But anyway, we'll get started. The first one up is actually a bootleg. I'm pretty sure it's a bootleg. It is the Beatles press conference. This is the only Beatle bootleg I have. I know there's quite a few nice... only Beatle bootleg I have? The only Beatle picture disc I have, sorry. I know there's quite a few Beatles picture discs out there for their albums, but... yeah, I'm not really a big Beatles collector. I just literally buy, you know, I want to have like a nice mono and a nice stereo copy of each of their albums, because the mono and stereo mix is quite different. But I'm not really into getting like hundreds of copies of each album. So... I wouldn't mind the Sgt. Pepper one though, because I know they just reissued it on a picture disc. I wouldn't mind that, I can't lie. But anyway, I did buy this when I went to one of those Beatles conventions years ago. I'm pretty sure it's a picture disc, yeah it is. My memory serves correctly. So on one side we have Ringo Starr, looks like he's eating a sandwich or something. Paul McCartney, a fag in his hand. John Lennon and George Harrison on the other side. Not sure what John's doing there. Looks like he's got a toothpick or something. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I actually did listen to this when I bought it. I remember quite enjoying it. The recording's quite good. But it's a nice picture disc, I must say. It's nice seeing them in the interview and stuff. It's you know, I always thought the Beatles looked very cool in interviews and stuff because they were always very chilled and very down to earth when they got interviewed like that. So I always find that it's nice seeing them in group interviews like that together, and you can see the full picture on the back there, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it also says limited edition at the top. How true that is, I don't know, because it is only a bootleg. But I love the cover as well. Anyway, next one up. This is really cool. It's still got the price on it as well, £5. So this is the Bee Gees' Spirits Haven't Flown, which is a really cool album to start with. There's a lot of cool tunes on here. But yeah, it's a really nice picture disc. Need to put this in a Blake sleeve, really. But yeah, really cool. And there is the back. So yeah, I really like this. I mean, I've got a normal copy of the album upstairs anyway, because I really like the Bee Gees. I'm more of a fan of early Bee Gees than later Bee Gees, I can't lie. This is when they were going into their very, very pop stage. But it's still fun listen, I enjoy it, and, you know, the picture disc is a very cool item to have on that album. It's a very good album, very catchy album, so it's a good one to have. Next up, we got a classic album from the 60s. One of the highlight albums of the entire decade of the 60s, probably. And that is Goodbye by Cream. So yeah, really, really awesome. Picture disc in deluxe sleeve. It says on the sticker, apparently. So yeah, really good. Has 2 of my favourite Cream songs on, Politician and Badge. It's funny though, Badge was written by Eric Clapton and George Harrison, but on this they've just put Eric Clapton. Didn't want to put George's name on this one. And then It's very glossy, I must say. This is the first time I've taken this one out, probably since I bought it, because I've got the remastered box. Oh, this is nice. There's also what would have been the gatefold to the album, as you take the picture disc out. And trying to work this out. It's not quite the same picture, I don't think. So I'm looking at Ginger Baker's face. He looks a lot more happy in that one, and his hat looks higher. So they have used a slightly different photo, it seems. That's very cool, very cool. As you can tell, I have not looked at this since I got it. Yeah, that's really nice, actually, really nice. It's a really nice thick card as well, you can tell, because they've doubled it over on the gatefold as well. So it's not like you're going to ruin this in this cardboard outer sleeve either, because a lot of picture discs come in sleeves like this, and I can imagine they get battered quite easy, but this one's quite thick, so slide that back in. There we go. Okay, next one up. Speaking of Eric Clapton, I got one more Eric Clapton related one to show. It's again not a solo one. Derek and the Dominoes, Layla and Other Assaulted Love Songs. My favourite album of all time, maybe? It's Between Us and Abbey Road. Two fantastic albums. Them two albums have always resonated with me incredibly well. Yeah, well, I mean, it's fantastic. It's a double LP. The second LP is not here. I've got it with a nice, like this, I've got it framed with a nice black background, the second LP. So the second LP is actually missing. But I know the second LP was identical to the first. Just had the second record's track listing on the back. So yeah, basically just a replica of the cover and the back cover, just with the songs on side one on here. Yeah, so for anyone who's heard this album, you know how good it is. So I don't really need to talk about the album itself. Yeah, so slide that one back in. And this was a reissue for, I think, the 50th, no, it wouldn't have been the 50th, because it came out in 68. 50th is this year. No, it came out in 1970. What am I on about? I can't remember what the reissue for this was. Maybe the 45th anniversary, I think this was. Anyway, next one up. This is the 40th anniversary. It's only come out last year, not even a year ago. It was about 6 months ago. And this one's beautiful. This is the Electric Light Orchestra, Out the Blue. Very, very cool. So you can see on the sticker it says 40th anniversary picture disc LP. Don't know if it's limited. Really don't know. But again, you know, a highlight from the 1970s again. I mean, look at all the awesome tracks on there. Fantastic. So this one's actually still sealed, so I can't get to the insides because it's a double LP to show you what the middle pictures are like. But it is the gatefold. I can't remember what the other side is now. Gatefold, and I'm pretty sure the back cover, I think. I know it's nothing unique. The only unique piece is the back, because I hadn't seen this artwork before. But I love the cover because it's basically the entire ship nearly. So it's awesome. Really cool. Really cool. Okay, next one up is another ELO one. This is a 12-inch single, sorry. Which came out in 1981. And it's for Ticket to the Moon, which is really cool. I'm going to take this one out so you can see it without the glare, because this is a really, really cool picture disc. So I think this ELO always used spaceships and stuff, so I think this was them kind of riding off the Star Wars hype, which was very, you know, very big at the time. Empire Strikes Back had just come out, because it almost looks like the ELO ship flying towards a Death Star, even though, you know, this Death Star's got like an ELO ring round it. This is like the ELO mothership, and this is our classic Out the Blue ship returning home. But it's really cool that they brought the Out of the Blue ship back, complete as well, because if you guys remember, you can't see it on mine because the OB strip's covering it. But the ship was incomplete on the cover. So there it is, returning home to the mothership almost. It's really cool, really love that. And then there's the back, which is really nice as well. So yeah, it's a really cool 10-inch as well. The song Ticket to the Moon is really good. It's backed with Here Is the News, which is also a decent song from their Time album, of course. Not one of my personal favourite ELO albums, but it's It's a good 80s album. A lot of artists, unfortunately, from the 60s and 70s didn't do that well in the 80s. ELO somewhat did, I think. I think they kind of kept their style a bit. They didn't fold, unlike a lot of them did. Next up, this is cool. This is the 3 LP set. This was my dad's. This is Buddy Holly. There's 3 LPs in here, so I'm going to take these out and show you. But before I take them out, I'll show you the back cover. It's really cool because they advertise all these other picture discs you could get. So who we got on here? We got like the Everly Brothers down here. It's all 60s cheesy music. Got Elvis Presley. Who else is on? There's the Beatles over there. It's a really weird one actually, the Beatles. It's like got a spiral thing in the middle and then like you can see John there and who's that? I think that's Ringo over to the side. ABBA. Well, they're 70s. So it's just all that fun, easygoing type music. In this series, and it has all of them listed as well. Like you can do Johnny Cash and whatnot. I can imagine people doing this when these come out and just ticking them off as they got them. Like there's Bob Marley as well. That's a really good one. Roy Orbison. Some good artists in this series. But yeah, here's the first one. How do I get in? Oh, you're going from the side. And the back cover is Buddy Holly, Words of Love. One of my favourite Buddy Holly songs. Let's see if I can get this back in properly. Yeah. Oh, and you've got the songs on the front as well. So these are just compilations, I believe. And then this one's a little bit more beat up, like the corner's a little bit roughed on it, but this one's really heavy. Wow. So the same picture on each side, just one side's got the tracks. Then you've got the nice side. I'm going to leave the nice side facing out this time. For some reason I had the side with the tracks left facing out. So slide this back in. My dad was a massive Buddy Holly fan. It's one of the only artists from the 60s my dad really went back to. And this one's cool. Which I can see why. Out of all the 60s, you know, Chuck Berry, Elvis Presley, Cliff Richards, I'd say Buddy Holly is my favourite as well. So, and that side. I think I'm going to leave this side out again. I had all the wrong sides facing out. This side's much better because there's no writing on it. So yeah, that's really cool. Really beautiful, actually. Really nice. I forgot how good these works. I haven't looked at them in so long. That's what happens when you end up with a big collection. You kind of go back to things after a while and it's kind of like, oh wow, I forgot how nice these were. Because I can't lie, I don't go back to my picture discs that often because they're not the versions I play. Because I will agree that they don't all sound great. Some do, some sound surprisingly good. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, next one up is another bootleg. This is John Lennon, The Last Words. This is the last interview he gave before he was murdered, I believe. And there's all, I believe it was officially released Heart Play, I think it's called. But yeah, let's have a look at the inside. Back cover's really nice as well. We got one of my favourite pictures of him down there. Beatle John, really nice one of him and Yoko. Another one of him and Yoko. There, driving a car. Okay, so this side you've got the picture on the cover, and then this side there they are, the power couple. So that's really nice. I remember this one now. I remember how much of a pain in the arse the sleeve was. Come on, there we go. And in. So yeah, that was cool. Can't remember where I got this from. The next one up is potentially the coolest one I have to show, I think. This is an album, and you can only get it as a picture disc. It came out in 2005, and it was only ever released as a picture disc. It's incredibly rare. I paid a bit for it, I'm not going to lie. It hasn't been reissued. I'm a big fan of Madness, and this is their Dangerman Sessions album, which is really cool. This is them. It's a covers album. It's them covering a load of songs. My My favourite song on here is the second track. No, it's not. It's not. What's my favourite song on here? Track 3, Shame and Scandal, which is originally by Lord Tanamo. But they do a couple famous tracks on here, like they do Lola by the Kinks. But yeah, it's a really nice picture disc. I love this cover as well. So anyway, believe it or not, oh no, wait, there's one more. There's one more before we get onto the soundtracks, and it's a Paul McCartney one. It's a 12-inch single to No More Lonely Nights. One of the best songs to come out of Paul from the 80s. Let's face it, that weren't too hard. And a really nice back cover. But I absolutely love this. It's a beautiful picture of Paul. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is from the film that he done. But yeah, they all look very weird. Especially Linda. Don't know what she was thinking when this photo was taken. I mean, Paul's kind of just standing there looking a bit cocky. I don't know what Linda's doing there. Don't know. Anyway, now we're going to move on to the soundtracks. And there's a lot more when it comes to soundtracks. Because I think that's how a lot of these record companies feel they have to sell soundtracks. Because people don't buy them as much. So I got 2 Game of Thrones ones. Season 1. Game of Thrones. I'm going to move a bit quick here because I can see the video's getting on. And I wanted to take more time on the other ones because I feel like people aren't as interested in soundtracks. So I'll go a bit quicker on these. So the first record, you get the cover. And Jon Snow. Couldn't figure the name then. Slide that back in. Luckily though, not all of these I'm going to have to slide out. A lot of them, the picture discs are on show, so don't worry, I'm not going to have to do this for all of the records I have to show you. And this one here, we've got Tyrion, Peter Dinklage, and then Emilia Clarke as Daenerys Targaryen. So very cool. I am a big Game of Thrones fan, as you can tell. I am thinking about doing a complete vinyl collection on Game of Thrones, because I do have series 1 through 7. However, I don't know whether to just wait till series 8 comes out now and then just finish it then. I mean, I also want to add as well, I didn't say this at the start of the video, I have some Shapes records with pictures on. I'm not showing them because I feel like that could be an entirely new video when I run even drier videos. And here is a compilation, Game of Thrones. This is just the best of Game of Thrones. The back of that is one of the dragons roasting people from Series 7. So I don't have to take it out because I don't want the video to be too long. Anyway, we got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 here, which is really nice. Peter Quill, Star-Lord's helmet. And the back is the 3D cover. That is a download code. That is not on the vinyl. Okay, so this one here is the Lego Movie. I like the Lego Movie. I thought it was a good film. I thought the music in it was very cool as well. Not that song. Everything is awesome. But, so we got that. We got Mr. President. We got, oh, what's her name? DJ, something like that. And the wizard guy, played by Morgan Freeman, in here, which is very cool. And if you're wondering where Emmett is, he's on the back. Slide all of this back in. Okay. And that was a record store day item, which is also really cool. Don't know how rare that is now. Ooh, right. And it's back. There we go. And the next one up is, that's not a picture disc, it's a colour one. Brought that down by mistake. This is Spider-Man Homecoming soundtrack, which is really cool because they used the Mondo poster. And then there's the back. This is my favourite one. This is my favourite picture disc I've shown today. I love this one to bits. This is Star Wars A New Hope, and I love it because it's the Death Star. It's just so perfect. Works incredibly well. And then Han and Chewie on the other side. The inside is the poster from the original one, I forget. Force Awakens. Got Kylo Ren. Then we've got Han Solo, Finn, and Rey on the back. Okay, so by pictures I meant this one. I'm not showing this one. It's only because I want to show the other record. Like picture shaped records like this. Another video. Because I've got a couple of them as well. So yeah, next one up is this one. This is a 10-inch. Come out for The Force Awakens. I can't remember what the back of it looks like. So we will have a look at this. You guys can see it before me. Oh yeah, it's quite nice. Same bit. March of the Resistance and Rey's theme. Which is kind of funny because neither of them play throughout that scene. So I'm not sure either, people. And then we've got 7-inch, which is just chucked in the back there, Star Wars Rebels. The other side is just a Stormtrooper. And the last Star Wars one, it's a 10-inch for a dubstep to Headspace, which is Kylo Ren, and the other side is BB-8. Okay, now we got my Disney ones. No, we don't. These are definitely not Disney. There's 2 before Disney. And then that's it. So the first one up is Volume 1 of The Walking Dead. I used to be a big fan of The Walking Dead, so I bought these then. And then Volume 2. Now we're on to the Disney ones. So I'll go quick here. We got Peter Pan. Love this film. Music in it's great. We've got The Little Mermaid. Under the Sea is on this. Fantastic song. Aladdin, one of Disney's best films. I absolutely adore it. Disney's best film, The Lion King. Music, of course, by Elton John in this, or written by Elton John. Fantastic, incredible film, incredible music. I love it so much. Toy Story, of course, Randy Newton. Doing all the music there. Great stuff. And the last picture disc up I have to show you is for Tangled. Film that my sister loves. We watch this film a lot together. So yeah, we sometimes play the soundtrack after we've watched it. But anyway, that is it for this video, guys. I've just knocked the camera. I hope you've enjoyed it. Picture disc collection, done. As always, I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a message, and I will see you guys next time for another video.